EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston in the Space City at NRG Stadium. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now Stroud. It's caught downfield by Mechie. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The lessons will continue, but this rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
4th down. Here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Back to the ground with Pierce. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Damian Pierce, 27 yards. And the Texans put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. A nice run by him, don't get me wrong, but the blocking up front was a thing of beauty.
I think for an opening drive, how about that for an exclamation point? Just what you said. Good blocking, good vision, and he accelerated to the end zone.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Xavier Gibson now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throwing is Rodgers. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
Play action. Here's Stroud. A tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Stroud now on 2nd down. That's underneath to Pierce. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Stroud on 3rd down now. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Pierce gets this one running right.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Dameon Pierce
With his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Texans have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
2nd and 5. Rodgers going to throw. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he'll find Hall. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, 35 yards. And the Jets are back within a score. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Send me that Discord too. I played bets. Yeah.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now,
FanDuel.
Two drives, two touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it.
I got something in right now.
Right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them
I bet.
wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
From the 34 down, here's 1st and 10. Pierce now up the middle. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 52 yards rushing for him. A couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud.
Don't pick. You don't even know who I was throwing it to.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Stroud here on 3rd and 1. That is caught. He's to the 15. Houston. 70 yards. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns.
For the pit.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point.
Damn.
Still good. He missed it wide to the left. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. They'll look to bring it in here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jets offense coming out now to start the next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. Looks like this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got me pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, the same tempo, and the same pace.
Man, that's a fumble. What the fuck?
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on third down.
Why you just slung right there?
He's got the man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. The confidence that they had to let their tight end find some space in the middle of the field, right in the quarterback's line of vision. And QB is willing to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Needed that timeout.
Going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Now it's Rodgers.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Rodgers again.
Oh, come on, man. What this man do?
That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead will shrink to 6. Boy, they're down only one score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area and it winds up incomplete.
Final play of the half, Stroud. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back.
I'm finna send him right now.
Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in the second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been. Going down to a knee, 8 yards shy of there at the 24. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, Charles, in their first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football. Now the team trailing here. We'll start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And he's caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins from 21 yards away. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Malik Collins, his 2nd sack of the night. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw is Rodgers. That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard.
That's a tough ass catch and pass. But I gotta give you that on front up.
First and goal, and they got to
That
get
was
three
over the
yards to get
head. That was
moving
over the
here
head
in
like a
this football
motherfucker.
game. Looking left side, he's got him in. That's Hall. Touchdown. Brees Hall. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. A CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You made me forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield? They're eligible too.
And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Takedown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to extend their lead. But D'Amico Ryans, even with the defensive mindset, he'll elect to go for 2 here. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Interesting call there. They went for 2 even after the penalty from the 7-yard line. It didn't pay off.
I think the first thought is to go ahead and kick the extra point, but you're not kicking it from the 7-yard line.
Yeah,
right? That's
you
not
get pushed 5 back on the PAT as well.
Right, so they have to take it from the 15 to administer the penalty. So now you're kicking it around 40 yards. So I understand why they probably went for 2 there. They thought they had a better play and a better chance in that situation.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Rodgers to throw once more. This one deep for Wilson. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, 56 yards. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Still just a 2-score game in the third quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Quinnen Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Stroud out of the gun here. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the...
First mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Down the left sideline. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. That's complete to Dell. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Ready.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And they'll get this down to the 10. 90 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Ready.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Street.
On 3rd and short, going with a tight end. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. And now they're in the hurry-up. Rodgers now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it up. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Give left side for Pierce. He will push his way down to about the 14. This is 2nd and 8. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. A quick throw, but incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. This is 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Here comes 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Malik Collins in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Back to throw, Rodgers. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Desmond King picks it.
Well, you knew you had to take some...
That's what the fuck I'm talking about, you bitch ass nigga. Come on, what the fuck? Oh!